Hi friends, let's begin. Let's go ahead and lie all the way down, keeping our feet firm, and just slowly roll on down to our yoga mats. Opening the palms, really pressing that lower back into the yoga mat. Close your eyes. It's okay if you need to wiggle a little bit, just kind of settle in, really feel the ground beneath you. Allowing the back of your hands to feel the ground, the bottom of your feet, your lower back, all the way up to your upper back. And let's just start our practice inhaling through the nose. And then slowly exhaling all that air out. Continue that inhale. Feeling that chest rise. And then as you exhale, just feel sinking down, relaxing the body, letting go of anything that's on your mind, any worries, stress. Can you exhale it out right here? Can you really feel your body melting into the ground? Fully on that exhale. Can you release that tension from your chest, from your shoulders? Finding that rhythm of your breath. Breathing in a sense of calm to your body. May that be your focus for this yoga practice today. Softening your face. Really pulling in from that bottom of your lungs, that big deep breath, and then fully exhale, full deep breath. One more here. Maybe open mouth exhale. Keeping that lower back into the yoga mat. You can keep your eyes closed or open, whatever feels comfortable. Just bring those knees into the chest. Maybe roll those ankles out. Maybe take it side to side. I like to open and close my jaw here, releasing tension. Just take another full deep breath here. And then on your next inhale, let's take those arms out to a T. So palms are flat, it's long stretch. Knees are bent, but really engage that lower back into your yoga mat. Big inhale here. As you exhale, take both knees to one side of the yoga mat, looking over that opposite shoulder. And hold here. So my knees are to the left, but I'm looking over to the right. Twisting that spine, both my knees are soft, my shoulders are soft. Just breathing into that midsection. And then on the inhale, bring those knees back to center. We're going to take it to the other side, allowing those knees to fall to the side, keeping those hands flat and really reaching through. You'll feel that twist through the midsection. Really exhale, letting it out. And then inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, planting your feet flat. Keeping the lower back firm. I'm going to bring my fingertips towards my heels. Now they're not touching. And now I'm just going to lift up into a bridge. So my weight is coming onto my upper back, not my neck. And I'm just engaging my inner thigh, squeezing, just opening up into a little bridge. And then exhale, rolling it down. So here we go. Inhale, lift it up. And then exhale, slowly rolling it down. Let's do that again. Inhale. And exhale, roll it down. Now inhale, coming into this bridge, holding it here, option to stay right here, or I'm just gonna add a little bit of movement. So I'm just gently reaching my right fingertips towards my right heels and the other side. It's very gentle, a little bit of movement, engaging those inner thighs. Using my breath. If this feels uncomfortable, you can just hold it here. Just one more breath wherever you are. I'm gonna get both sides. And then slowly come back to center and then rolling it down. Bringing those knees into the chest. Take what you need here. And let's slowly begin. We're gonna roll it up into a tabletop. So take your time, yogi's choice. Maybe you add a big roll here, maybe that feels good. Maybe you cross your ankles and come into a nice tabletop position right here. And let's just do some cat-cows. I'm gonna inhale, drop the belly, lifting through the crown of the head. And then as I exhale, rounding it up, chin to chest. Releasing that tension. Breathing in that big, beautiful cleansing breath. One more, my friends. Exhale, fully round. And then holding it into a tabletop position, I just kind of like to shake it out a little bit, releasing tension from that lower back, that neck, maybe right here. Just horse lips. I know it sounds silly, right? Releasing that tension. And then we're going to slowly come on up onto those knees. Let's go ahead and inhale, arms come up. As you exhale, just give me a nice mini back bend. Tucking those hands into your imaginary pockets and just opening up that chest. Engaging those abdominal muscles as you just gently lean. And then come back up. Let's inhale. Let's bring this right leg forward into a nice low lunge. Opening up this right hip flexor. Let's inhale, arms come up. Now as you exhale, can you bring this left arm down? So I'm opening up through my side body of the right side. I'm looking down my left shoulder. Finding that breath, reach it through. Exhaling fully. Now on your next inhale, let's bring this right hand to your right knee and adding a little twist. I'm twisting from that midsection. Over my left shoulder. Fully exhale here. Inhale, come back up to that low lunge, reaching up. Maybe you just reach back just a little bit. And then exhale, come back to that tabletop. This time, take your knees out nice and wide. Give me a nice child's pose. Reaching those arms forward, dropping your forehead. And now inhale, roll it back up into that tabletop. Exhale, come on back up onto your knees. Inhale, arms come up. As you exhale, back bend, opening it up. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, right leg comes forward, coming into that low lunge, right side. Inhale, arms come up. As you exhale, right arm comes down, looking down at your right fingertips. Really opening up through the left side here. Can you breathe into the front of that leg? Relaxing your neck, relaxing your shoulder. Now inhale here as you exhale, left hand, left knee, bringing your right hand behind and just giving me a nice twist. Dropping that left shoulder. And then inhale, come back up to that low lunge. As you exhale, just reach it back. And now inhale, come back to your tabletop. Exhale, find your child's pose. Dropping your forehead. Reaching those fingertips in front of you. Now inhale, let's come into your tabletop. Exhale, tuck your toes, finding our first downward facing dog. Pressing our heels into into the yoga mat. As we look up at our waistband, it's energizing, relaxing. Maybe you close your eyes here. Can you find the length in the back of your legs? One more breath here. Exhale fully. And then on the inhale, coming into plank, option to come to your knees. I'll come to the knees, the first one. And then as you exhale, chaturanga, elbows come all the way down. And now inhale, upward facing dog. Straighten your arms. As you exhale, tucking your toes back to that downward facing dog. Now inhale, step it up to a nice forward fold. Exhale, plant your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, give me a nice forward fold. Knees are bent, bringing that rib cage close to your thighs. Now let's inhale, reverse swan dive up to a beautiful mountain pose. As you exhale, back bend, giving me that goalpost arms, cactus arms, opening it up. And then inhale, arms come up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Let's inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring your right leg back. Give me a nice runner's lunge. Now, can you bend through this left knee? Holding it here. Option to drop that back knee. Can you give me one more breath right here? Fully exhale. Now, planting those feet. Let's inhale, arms come up. Finding that beautiful high lunge. Let's inhale here. As you exhale, let's pivot on this back foot. Finding a nice warrior two. Taking your time. Opening it up right here. Releasing your shoulders. I love warrior two. Staying right in the present moment. Sometimes this time of year can get really, it's super busy. We're running around. It's so hard to just stay in this present moment. By holding this warrior two, reminds us to be present. Right here on your yoga mat. And now inhale, let's straighten this front leg. Exhale, can you reach it forward, tick-tocking those arms coming into a nice triangle. I know my back is to you. Opening up that chest. And now inhale, come back to that warrior two. As you exhale, can you pivot back into that crescent high lunge? Reaching it up here. And now exhale, bringing those hands down. Drop in that back knee. Let's bring this left arm in for a nice lizard pose. Lizard is one of my favorites. I like to bring my arm up. Again, I'm twisting from that midsection, reaching it up. Can you look up towards your hand, feeling that beautiful stretch? And then exhale, come on down, coming back to that tabletop, tucking your toes, finding your downward facing dog. And now inhale, coming into that plank, on or off your knees. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, toes on top of the mat, straightening your arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, step it up to that forward fold. Exhale, plant your feet. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, deepening that forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up to that mountain pose. As you exhale, back bend. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left leg comes back, finding that runner's lunge. Take a moment. Maybe rock into it a little bit. If it's too deep, drop that back knee. Just finding that length, relaxing your shoulders. And now using your abdominal muscles, using that core, let's come on up. Finding that crescent high lunge. Big inhale here as you exhale, pivoting on that back foot, finding your warrior two, other side. Again, taking that moment. Maybe you look down, make sure there's a straight line from that front heel all the way to the middle of that back foot. Reaching forward. Reminding yourself to stay in this present moment right here. Finding your breath from that belly. Fully exhale. As you inhale, straightening this front leg, reaching forward and just tick-tocking those arms into that lovely triangle. Can you stack that top shoulder? It doesn't matter how low you go. Opening up that chest, reaching up. And now inhaling, coming into that warrior two, pivoting back into your crescent high lunge, reaching up. And then as you exhale, coming down into that lizard, dropping that back knee. So you can really deepen this stretch. And then I'm gonna pull that arm up, stacking the shoulders, getting a deep, beautiful stretch. Opening it up. Exhaling it out. And then slowly come on back down, making your way to that tabletop and then tucking your toes, finding your downward facing dog. Now from here, can you take this left leg off your yoga mat? Can you bend this left knee and slowly peel open that left hip? Squeezing your left glute towards your right glute, but notice your left hand. Can you press your left hand down? Opening it up. Now let's inhale, coming in through, finding that crescent high lunge. Come on up. Inhale here. Exhale, can you bring this left arm back, right arm forward? Opening up the chest, wringing it out, nice little twist. And now inhale, arms come up. As you exhale, pivot on that back foot, finding your warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, tick-tock those arms into that beautiful triangle pose. Inhale, finding your warrior two. As you exhale, hands come to heart, coming back up into that beautiful crescent high lunge. Holding it here, we're gonna add on. Really grounding in the front foot. If you have to bring in your stance a little bit, that's okay. We're gonna bring this front leg forward, or back leg forward, sorry. Let's inhale here. As you exhale, one-legged mountain. If you have to touch your toe, like I just did, that's okay. Finding it right here. Now let's open up this right foot. So I'm coming into a tree pose. We'll turn and face you. So the front of your yoga mat, you're right here. Right? Finding your Christmas tree, maybe. Finding your balance. Spreading those toes, finding somewhere where you can focus in front of you. Something that's not moving. Feeling the ground beneath you on that left leg. If you have to bring your right foot down and come back, that's okay. And now let's release those legs, bringing those hands to heart center. So I'm still one-legged mountain. Now I'm gonna reach back for this right foot and I'm just gonna come into a beautiful dancer pose. So the top of that right foot is pressing into my right hand, opening it up. Finding that balance, but opening up that right front of the leg. Inhale here. As you exhale, slowly come out of this into your mountain pose. Hands come to heart center. Let's inhale, arms come up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, finding your downward facing dog. Let's take that right leg, peeling open that right hip. Pressing down through that right hand, squeezing this right heel toward your left glute. Opening it up. And now inhale, rotate that hip down, bringing your knee through, finding your crescent high lunge on the right side. Let's take it to those arms. Inhale here. As you exhale, right arm comes back, left arm forward, opening it up, maybe looking behind you. And now as you inhale, coming back up into that crescent high lunge, exhale, finding your warrior two. Inhale, straighten that front leg as you exhale, come into that triangle pose. And then inhale, coming back into that warrior two. We're gonna pivot on that front foot, coming into your crescent high lunge. Really rooting down in that right foot, relaxing your shoulders. Let's come into that one-legged mountain pose. And then opening up into that tree pose. Making sure your foot's not on your knee. Right leg is straight. When you have your leg, open up to your bridges. Rooting down through that right foot. Just like a tree, we have strong roots. The wind comes and blows, but we have strong, grounded. One more breath here. Staying strong, exhale it out. Now bringing those hands to heart center, bringing this knee forward to your one-legged mountain, and then reach back the top of that foot into a just beautiful dancer. Hinge forward as you feel comfortable, really pressing that foot into your hand, opening up your shoulder, opening up the front of that left leg. Working your balance, you got this. Using your breath, don't hold it. And then inhale, come to mountain, both arms come up. And then exhale, swan dive into a deep forward fold. Hang out here, shake it out. Bringing that rib cage a little bit closer to your thighs. And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back to a nice down dog. Let's inhale, float it into plank. Holding it here. And then exhale, can you chaturanga all the way down? And come on up into a nice Sphinx pose. Hands are flat, toes are flat, opening up the heart. Feeling that beautiful stretch. This pose is such a great pose to just calm the body. Feeling your hip bones rooted, grounded into your yoga mat. The palms of your hand, maybe you close your eyes. Exhale out fully. One more breath here. Fully exhale. And then slowly lower it down. We're going to come back up into that downward facing dog one more time. So tuck your toes, using your abdominals to push yourself up and back into that down dog. And then let's peel open this left foot one more time. Maybe get a little bit deeper. Maybe look under that left bicep. And then bringing this left leg through, we're going to come into a half pigeon. So my left knee is behind my left wrist, and I'm going to wiggle my right leg out. Using that breath. This is a deep stretch. Maybe you just stay right here, and that's okay. I'm going to come down onto my elbows. Maybe you come all the way down. Yogi's choice. This is such a great pose to just really help calm the body. Great stretch. Use that full deep breath. Let go of whatever doesn't serve your body. One more. And then slowly come up, if you're not already up, onto your elbows. Walk your hands back, because we're going to kind of slide onto our left hip. Swing this right leg all the way up and over. So my left heel is pointed towards my right glute. And then I'm just going to come up, hugging this right knee in. One last twist. I'll sit to show you. So I'm right here. Right? One last twist. Look over that right shoulder. Feeling that great stretch. Can you sit it up nice and tall right here? Exhale it out. And then slowly come on out. Coming onto those right toes, shaking out this left leg. Last time in that three-legged dog, open it up. And then find your downward facing dog. Let's take it to the right side. Peel, open that right hip. Open, open, open. Look underneath that right bicep maybe. And then as you inhale, come on through. Right knee comes right behind that right wrist as you wiggle that left leg down. Keeping those hips nice and square. Sometimes I kind of look behind because my leg wants to go out to the side. And then slowly lower it down, whatever feels comfortable. Relaxing your neck. If you feel any tension, just come on up. Breathe through this smidgen. Maybe you bring your head all the way down if that's in your practice. Just breathing that stillness into your body. Letting go of any tension here. Just enjoying this deep stretch. And on the inhale, come on up to your elbows, if you're not already there. And then slowly come up onto your hands. You're gonna sit onto that right hip, swinging this left leg up and over. Kind of readjust a little bit so you have that nice straight spine. And then let's hug that left knee in. Bringing our right hands behind us, looking over that shoulder. Enjoying that deep stretch, right? Our hips really tight right here, so enjoy this stretch. Release any tension, wringing it out. Let it out. And then slowly release. Come back into that three-legged dog, shaking out that left leg. And then finding your downward facing dog. Let's go ahead and walk our hands back to our feet for the back of our yoga mat. Taking those feet out nice and wide. So my toes are out and I'm just gonna sit it down into a nice yogi squat. Feel free, maybe take your hands to heart, maybe take your elbows pressing your knees. This can be a difficult pose, so maybe keep your hands here. And then we're gonna safely find a seat, protect your knees. I'm gonna switch it. And then let's end right here in a butterfly, my friends. Bringing our feet together, sitting up nice and tall, releasing tension from the inner thighs. Come and face you. Butterfly pose again is another pose that it's very calming. Sitting up nice and tall. You can bring your feet out a little bit more if that feels more comfortable. One more breath in your butterfly, wherever you are, fully exhale. And then my friends, let's take it to a nice, easy seated pose. Where we'll just end our practice today with one last big, beautiful breath. Let's inhale, arms come up. As your arms come up, follow those fingertips, feeling them touch together, and then slowly let out all that breath. Thank you so much for practicing yoga with me today, friends.